It is the Riot Podcast. Good day. Welcome to Wednesday. Does anybody else feel like it's actually a Tuesday?
Well, funny enough, Hudson, I do.
Yeah, do ya?
Actually, because Hudson wasn't in on Monday, so I feel like it's 2 days of Hudson, and Isaiah was on Monday. Wonderful job, Isaiah,
thank you so
coming in
much.
on Monday. I liked your day. I feel like your show was just 1 week.
It was one full week.
So we just leaped a whole week.
And Hudson's at 2 days, so I've just been off, but it's your Wednesday show edition.
And not only do we have the show today, but we also, if you hop over to the Radio U Riot Facebook page, we are doing an after show sometime after the show, which could be any time now because this is after the show also what we're doing.
Sure.
And I brought back some moon pies and RC Cola from
Your trip to Gatlinburg.
Yeah, they had a whole moon pie general store in Pigeon Forge. So I went in, I got some moon pies. I got several varieties. And if you get 4 moon pies and 2 RC Colas, they call that a redneck six-pack.
The redneck six-pack.
I got us 1 RC Cola. I feel like that's enough.
That's enough. That's plenty.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to be drinking 2 whole cans of Coke on the show today.
Well, you can join us at Radio U Riot on our Facebook page and our YouTube channel to catch our after show when you're done with the podcast.
So, Isaiah, what is actually in the show?
So today, if you're having trouble putting your kids to sleep, you're not going to want to miss us talking about Disney, and you even get a couple really good impressions from Hudson as well.
What if you're having trouble putting yourself to sleep?
Then you talk to yourself like you did with your impressions.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't want to give away the impression beforehand. That needs to come out of. It'll only be best if it's a surprise.
Right out there.
Yeah.
If not, you start selling the time that you could call people to wake them up and tell them goodnight. And you could use those voices you do.
I think Disney should just offer me a job to record all
For
of
animation?
all of the voiceovers for their various characters.
Well,
I think I could do it.
We'll see what happens. You guys listen and tell us how good you think Hudson is.
We also talk about if you're into celebrities' blood or possibly items that are infused with your celebrity's blood, then you might be in favor here because you might be able to actually get some of your celebrity's blood on an item if you're feeling really weird.
There's only 100 of them. No one's getting these.
You don't think anyone? There's got to be one person that can get one.
I can barely get chicken wings at Costco. I can't get this item.
Yeah, you can't. But if you could, it would have the celebrity's blood in it. And I don't think you would guess who the celebrity is until you hear it.
You
just have no idea.
You might be surprised. You'll see.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense once you hear it, but leading up to it, if you were just going through a list of celebrities who would put their blood on something and sell it, this probably isn't a person I don't think would come to mind instantly.
Well, find out who it is.
I don't even know who would come to mind instantly.
No.
Like, what celebrity would be likely to sell their own
Only
blood?
people who have already done it, I guess.
Yeah.
Or like a celebrity that used to be a celebrity and now has fallen on like really hard
hard
times.
times. Like, you can have my blood. Like, I gotta sell something. They're like trying to make a PR stunt to get some fame.
Maybe the Jeopardy guy.
Oh my god!
He's just trying to do something to stay relevant.
Stay with something.
Yeah.
We also talk about possibly the greatest entrepreneur ever or a huge con artist. Kind of depends how you look at it.
Con artist, entrepreneur, selling moon land since 1984.
Perfect. Just perfect. Well, enjoy the podcast today. As Hudson kindly always reminds you guys, please make sure you subscribe to the channel, to the podcast. And then it sounds weird, but unsubscribe and subscribe again.
Yes.
Because then that keeps us being pushed to other people and keeps us up higher. And then make sure you leave a review if you haven't done that before.
Yeah, we need some new reviews.
Yeah, we'd love to hear from you guys.
All right. Well, I guess catch that after show, do all that reviewing and unsubscribing and resubscribing, and we'll catch you next time.
Have a good day.
Bye.
The Riot Podcast.
Radio U.
The Milk Crate Challenge is sweeping the internet, and with that comes the rise in demand for milk crates.
We talked a bit about it yesterday, and you're like, what's that?
Yeah.
It's basically you take milk crates and stack them up and make like a stepping stone sort of thing.
Yeah. You
Like
just
a
make
pyramid.
stairs.
Yeah, you make stairs, and you go up, and then you fall down, and there you go. That's the challenge.
And the challenge is how creative or how comically can you get hurt is really what it is. It's not about making it to the top.
No,
It's about the
it's-
fall on the way down.
That's exactly exactly it. That's what makes a good challenge, I guess.
And since so many people are doing it and not that many people actually have milk crates, to be fair, neither I nor the person who wrote this article know exactly what a milk crate cost about a week or two ago. But now we know that they're selling for about at least $22 on Amazon
a piece?
per milk crate.
No way.
That feels like a lot.
I felt like those were free from the grocery store. Like,
Right.
Like if you go in and get a cardboard box or something.
Yeah, but that's a lot of work to go find all of those milk crates.
You mean, is it work that maybe equals out about $20-something an hour?
It sounds
that
about
it?
right. Yeah, that sounds about equal. These milk crates actually that are $20, some of them don't even look like the right size.
Oh, you can buy them from stores.
Yeah, you have to. Well, you're for $20 a milk crate. Oh, it's $20 for 2 milk crates.
Oh, that's
but you need
better.
a lot more than that
To do a challenge.
To do a challenge. So you're going to want to buy them in bulk. So I wonder how much, if you get them at Costco, how much you can get them for.
No, you'll see it at Costco in like 6 months. Because right now the trend is like a flash.
Okay.
It's so quick
Yeah.
that they're marketing, like they're making it. They're like, hey,
they can't keep up.
we need to bring in the milk carts and we have to be fast. And so
Yeah.
they'll come in maybe early fall
This is
into
gonna be
early winter.
You know how there's still, you see some places that still, for some reason, have fidget spinners?
Yeah, no, those came back.
They did?
They did, like the popping ones.
That's what I saw a lot on vacation was
Those
the
are
popping bubbles.
everywhere.
But the fidget spinners, when they first came, they were here and they were big. And then everywhere at the cash registers, they had the fidget spinners forever.
Yeah.
And it's like, who's still buying these? And that's what the milk crates are going to be. And they're going to take up a lot more space.
Yeah, well, Zach said the grocery stores are not giving away milk crates. I feel like they are.
Yeah.
It doesn't
right.
mean that they actually are.
Somebody has to be getting them for free somewhere. Or this wouldn't be a
They have to be
challenge.
somewhere else than just buying them for 2 for $20.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, though. When the stores do have their overabundance of milk crates, you just got to be careful how they display them.
Yeah. Well, be safe,
They
everybody.
don't want to have people trying it out in the store.
If
They
you've
don't even
ever-
need to buy them in that case.
You don't want to have the challenge of how do I get up with 2 broken legs?
No,
That's not
true
talked
also.
about as much, and it's not as fun.
It was bad enough the first time around, but now it's worse. Don't believe us? Just keep listening. You'll find out soon enough. This is the Worst of the Riot podcast.
Nikki partook in her own challenge yesterday as soon as the show ended, didn't you?
You know, I ended up not buying it.
You did?
I did not buy it because I heard your voice,
Uh-huh.
your negative voice in my head, and we did something to where I just forgot.
Oh, okay.
I forgot afterwards.
So you're going to still do it then?
I don't know. I downloaded a new app, so we're back to what can we do to help, and maybe we need more water, that sort of
Okay.
thing.
Yeah.
And I saw this water bottle yesterday, and I love water bottles. Man, that's my thing. I'll
Yeah.
be fine to buy more and more and more. And I went through my old water bottles over the weekend, and I got rid of some.
Oh,
so there's
good.
room, Hudson.
Yeah.
But-
well, maybe that just means you had too many all along.
No, I just needed new ones, like the right ones.
Okay.
Those were all wrong
Yeah.
water bottles.
They weren't helping you.
They were not helping at all.
Okay.
And so I found a new one that was like, hey, it's got the app that shows you how much you're actually drinking. And Hudson really hated the price of it, but I told him, we don't buy too much outside of that. We're not a big spender here. That's our health.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
And
I heard
Hudson
all the excuses.
Didn't want me to buy the $50 water bottle.
No, I did not. $50 feels like about $40 too much to spend on a water bottle.
And it's not even a pair. It's just one.
It's just one. But
Yeah,
it keeps track of how much water you drink, which you
It
could never do
does.
on your own.
Well, now I hear that tone. I hear what you're saying there. And of course, I do use our shop.radiou.com, Radio U NV water bottle. You can
of
see that
course.
there.
Yep.
So if you want to see the new water bottle, but I downloaded a new app so I can track water that way.
Okay.
And it's so stupid, but I just love it.
So that way, that's your health goal is drinking
Yeah.
more water. That's where we're going to improve.
Basically,
it's not the eating moon pies after the show today.
No, don't bring that up.
We're
Don't
not-
bring that up. It's not that. It's not. I can't help that. That's for work.
Okay.
But I downloaded this app, and I also like plants. I can't, I don't have too many. My dogs just destroy them all.
Yeah.
This one's where you have a little plant, and you put in every time you water it, and the plant grows
Oh, so it's like you're growing a watermelon.
every day.
Yeah.
I hate it. I absolutely hate myself sometimes.
Well-
but I like it, so I'm going to try that for a few days.
Well, it's a lot. I think you're making the right choice in going with a free app over a $50 water bottle.
Even though
that
if
do
I
the
end up
same
getting
thing.
that, that's fine.
Yeah, I guess it's fine. We're going to talk about it on the show, and I feel that I might not be the only person who wants to just stand in your way and say, hey,
Criticize.
don't you want to think about this?
I
We just want
have.
to encourage you to really think about what you could do with that $50 and think about if a water bottle,
Another water
one
bottle.
singular water bottle to add to your collection is really
worth
the
that.
best $50 you can
But
spend.
it's a smart water bottle, and I hope you won't notice, but it does light up, so I think you will eventually be like,
Yeah.
oh, is that the light up water
Oh, yeah,
bottle?
I'm going to catch on.
Oh.
Well, isn't there something else stupid you could spend your money on? Like
Do you want to remind me every 2 hours to drink water? Is that what we're going to do?
I could
Isaiah?
probably do that. Yeah, we have a producer.
So is that how we're saving the $50?
What about the, don't you want to buy that Simpsons arcade thing? Why don't you just do that instead?
the Simpsons arcade cabinet?
Yeah.
I think that's like $300 or $400.
So you got to save. You can't frivolously spend on water bottles when you have to save for your Simpsons arcade cabinet.
Plus, when I look back at all the water bottles I have spent money on, I think you'd be really disappointed.
How many have you gotten your money's worth out of? Haven't even gotten $50 worth out of.
None yet, but this would be different. This would be different, I swear.
Okay. All right. Well,
So I didn't buy
We'll
it
see.
yet, but if I do, I would like everybody to be supportive.
okay.
All right?
Yeah.
I thought that's what the show was for.
Well,
I support you.
we support unhealthy habits. If you're going to start drinking the proper amount of water recommended per day,
That doesn't seem
a-
like something we would support.
no. Yeah, that's a little too getting on the straight and narrow for us.
All right. Well, let me go tell my app so my little plant can grow that
Yeah.
I've drank another
Why don't you
8
just
ounces of water.
Take another sip.
Why pay for so many streaming services that you don't really care about when you can not really care about the Riot for free? Radio U.
Now, right now, I have here a list of the highest paid actors in TV shows
Yeah.
on a per episode basis.
Oh, this one's going to hurt,
This
isn't
is
it?
going to be bad. You don't want to hear this.
Because at first, when you hear the number, you'll be like, oh, you mean for the whole season?
Yeah.
That's
no,
not
this
it.
is per episode. And coming in at number one, the name is no surprise. It's Chris Pratt. But then you're thinking,
What TV show
what
did
show
he do?
is he in? Something called The Terminal List for Amazon. Has that come out yet? Because I've never heard of it.
That's not the space one
No,
where
that
he
was
goes
the movie,
forward in
right?
time. That was a movie.
I wonder if there's a tie-in because that was for Amazon too, wasn't it?
Yeah, he must. That's Amazon
Maybe
money.
he made a deal where he
Guys, we're paying that. Yay!
Oh, that's a helpful reminder,
It
isn't it?
is. That's all of us.
But your money is going to make Chris Pratt a very, very rich man, and for a show that either you can't watch yet or you haven't watched, because who has watched The Terminal List?
No offense,
I don't
but some of
have,
the shows on this list I haven't heard of.
I don't have a release date or anything. Let's see. In early April 2020, it was reported that the series was in development. So that was in April. So I guess,
Maybe it's
no,
not
that
out
was
yet.
April of last year.
We don't have to
early
know.
2022.
Oh, there we go.
Okay, so
Okay,
at least that
good.
makes us feel better. He's getting paid $1.4 million for a show that we still have the possibility of watching.
For the show per episode.
Yes. Okay, number 2, Jeff Bridges. Remember him?
Yes.
I think he has cancer.
Oh, he does?
I'm pretty sure.
Oh, hey, that's sad to throw that in.
Yeah, well,
That's
hopefully the $1 million per episode he's getting for filming The Old Man.
What's the old man? I'm not even going to ask.
Why?
I'm not even going to ask.
Why do you
this
think
list.
I would know?
I don't even know.
I'm
Never
just
mind.
giving you this list.
I wish they would say what streaming service it
Yeah,
was on.
let's see. Well, it's based off of a 2017 novel of the same name. And let's look at this. Slated to premiere in 2022. So
Hey,
again,
next year's fine.
we don't have to feel quite so bad yet that because we haven't missed it, at least. Breaking Bad star Bryan Cranston is earning $750,000 per episode.
Still a lot.
Not for Breaking Bad,
But what for?
Your Honor.
I also have not heard of that.
And Sarah Jessica Parker from Sex and the City, she's making up to $750,000 per episode.
You can't be their manager. You're like,
This is
Hudson said I only need 70.
$75,000. It's her and Cynthia Nixon and Kristen Davis because Sex and the City is coming back.
Oh, so that's for that
So
next one.
that's at least something that some people have heard of, and that is your top. I guess that would be the top 6 highest paid actors per episode for TV shows. And so far, you've watched. Well, you don't have to feel bad. You haven't watched any of them, but a lot of them haven't come out yet.
It seems for the list they should say for the top TV shows streaming next year.
Yeah, right. We need a list of shows that we currently aren't watching, not shows that we won't watch in the future.
I know. Now I only think about when they tell you how much like a Netflix movie makes. Because
Yeah.
then when you hear like, oh, $200 million. Well, okay.
Yeah.
Hudson, Nikki, The Riot on Radio U.
Like, isn't it interesting how when you're going through something in the moment, basically all crises feel the same.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like from when your
A lot,
when
yeah.
your phone breaks to when your car breaks down and you really don't have the money to fix it, to when your uncle dies. In the moment, they all feel the same. When and maybe actually that's a way to help you deal with when your phone breaks and be like, well, my
not
car
as
broke
bad.
down one day and I made it through that. So
Sure.
I can make it through my phone being out of commission for a few days or something like that. But in the moment, it always feels like a big deal. And I want you to know that God sees it the same way, because when you're going through something, the last thing you want somebody else to tell you is, you know what, that's not that big of a deal. Like, why are you even worrying about it?
Sometimes people, or then you tell yourself, you minimize
Yeah.
what would be classified as a smaller thing in the big picture.
Right.
But still just as harmful or hurtful or upsetting to you.
Yeah.
And so you don't want to bring it up or don't want to work through it.
Yeah, so often we kind of tend to ignore the idea that it's not always about what it is in the big picture, or if somebody was making a hierarchy of all the issues you could deal with, that we would, whatever we're going through, we would rank it really low. But it's your perception of how you're experiencing it. If you're going through something, it doesn't matter if in the big scheme of things, it's not very important. If it's important to you, then it's important. And that's why it's important to God, because whatever you're dealing with is important to Jesus. He cares if your phone broke and you don't know what to do. And he cares if your uncle died and you're going through a really tough time with that. Jesus cares about all of it. And so whenever you're going through something difficult, you can turn to God and say, hey, I need some help with this. Other people might not think it's a big deal. I might tell other people about it and they might not care. But God, I know you care and I need some help. Like whatever other people think, I need some help with this. And Jesus is ready to help you out, to give you what you need. And of course, he's not just there when you're going through the difficult times, but he's there during the good times too, because sometimes you need something to hold on to even during the good times. And God is there for all of it. And so if you're ready for that, a relationship with a God who loves you and is there for you for the big issues, the little issues, and the non-issues, all you have to do is ask, say, hey, God, I'm ready for your help. I'm ready to have you in my life. Show me how things can be different. Help me through this. And he will. If you want to know more, check out radiou.com/free gift.
You might be thinking that this won't be quite as bad the second time around. Well, you'd be greatly mistaken. You're listening to the Worst of the Riot podcast.
8772 Radio U. That's the number, the Radio U hotline.
Text her right now.
Yeah, and I know when that hotline bling, it can only mean one thing.
Oh, no. Where are you going with that?
It's a Disney princess.
Hey,
Yeah.
didn't see
It's-
that coming.
No, it's Ariel, Belle, Jasmine, Moana, or Tiana.
Oh, it's a hotline you can call.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
like-
remember those, right?
I don't.
You don't remember hotlines?
Can you call in and like talk to a princess?
Yeah.
Well,
I don't know
that's
if you
fun.
actually talk to them. I think they just, it's like you're calling them and then they're leaving you a voicemail kind of thing. You know what I mean? I mean, you'll
sure.
hear them on the phone at the time, but I don't think it's a full conversation. So it's not like the Corey hotline or anything. Or maybe there's like numbered prompts you go through.
How awesome would
So
it be
old
if it's
school.
like a Disney princess line, you call it in, they're like, now if you'll go get mommy's credit card, and I'll be happy to order some Disney merchandise to
Yeah.
send your way.
Moana can give you more encouragement if you just enter in your credit card number.
Yeah, that's all you have to do. So it's a Disney Princess hotline, and it'll be available for 1 week going through the 29th. So it must be
You're
this
running
week.
out of time. Well, yeah, it's Disney Princess Week this week. Of course, you knew that, right?
I did not, which makes me a little disappointed in Little Nikki that I didn't remember.
Yeah, come on.
I'm
well,
sorry.
The good news is Princess Week isn't over.
Yeah, what are we going to do?
Buy Disney merchandise, of course.
Man, I can't afford that.
Go to shop.disney.com and pick out.
Works.
They literally have special edition Disney merchandise that you can pick up, of course, for Princess Week. And if you're thinking, because the Disney Princess hotline that you can call this week only features Ariel, Belle, Jasmine, Moana, and Tiana, and you're thinking none of those are my favorite, well, if you go to shopdisney.com, you can also hear special messages from Anna and Elsa from Frozen.
So Anna and Elsa.
Is it what?
It's
What do
not
you mean?
Anna. It's Anna.
Anna and Elsa.
It's Anna.
What are you
Anna.
talking about?
It's Anna. You say Anna.
A-N-N-A. It's
No,
Anna.
We're not doing this. I don't care enough about Disney princess stuff to have this argument, but I at least know it's Anna.
Okay.
All right.
Sorry, I'm just not a princess head. I guess.
Well, call the hotline. You'll learn a little
I
bit.
guess I will. Well, they aren't on there though, so
So what do? You just call and they just say
yeah.
hi?
The number is 1-877-70
To Radio U. What?
70 Disney. Am I allowed to give out other phone numbers?
I don't know.
It's a public phone number.
I'm sure you
right?
are.
It's fine. Don't report us to the FCC if that's a violation,
It's
please.
fine. They're like, Disney's like, please.
Yeah, we're happy
Please
to
call the
have
Disney
you
line.
call. So and did you know there's one that I think you can just call at any time. The Mickey hotline, and you can talk to Mickey, Minnie, Donald, Daisy, or Goofy, and they'll tell you to
Wow.
go to bed.
They will?
Yeah.
I need that every night.
Gosh, Nikki, don't you think you're up a little late?
Go to bed. Oh, please, I should do that one night. I need to. All right,
Well, the number's right here on the list.
like, who do you call every evening? You're like, it's my therapist. Will
Yeah.
you stop? And it's really Mickey.
It's my nighttime Zoom call,
Yeah.
but it's Mickey.
Everything you love about the Riot, plus a handy dandy fast forward option. This is the Worst of the Riot podcast.
How much of a fan of Tony Hawk are you?
So he is an older skateboarder.
Yeah.
But he still pops up every so often.
He's still around because he was, in a way, I think a forerunner for, like he was the first. He was like the Beatles of skateboarding.
yeah, that's a good
Where
way to
he
put
just changed the game and brought it to the mainstream in a way that I don't know anybody else who has. I can't name another skateboarder. Can you?
No.
No, we
Which
can't.
says a lot for Tony Hawk, but not
Yeah.
a lot for the sport.
And not a lot for us either, probably.
I know there's plenty others, but
Yeah, it was just at the Olympics for the first time. We can't name any of them even.
Nope.
But Tony Hawk, also the video games are a pretty big deal, and that's some of how he stays relevant, I feel. But if you really love Tony Hawk, then maybe you'd like to have his blood.
oh yes, it's in the paint.
Yes, he has teamed up with Liquid Death, which is that water company.
Yeah, I've had it before.
You have?
Yeah.
Does it
It's-
taste like Liquid Death?
It's weird because you're like, hey, this is good, but it's just water. So
Yeah.
how is that possible?
Well, it's perfect for you
Well, I feel like
since you love your water all of a sudden.
I do. I'm back to hydrating.
Yep.
I think that's important.
Uh-huh.
But you don't know if like your body's just falling for the packaging and the like, hey, this is
Yeah.
great. It's different water when really it's all the same.
I've never had Liquid Death, and is it like it looks like it's in a can? Is it in a metal can?
It is.
Yeah, I don't know if I would feel right drinking water out of a metal can. I would
you
just
don't
think
even
the
notice.
metal would impart a metallic flavor to it.
Nope.
So I've never had it. But Liquid Death teamed up with Tony Hawk for a new skateboard where they literally took Tony Hawk's blood, and there's even a picture to prove it. They've got a vial of Tony Hawk's blood coming out of his arm. He doesn't look too pleased about it.
He's fine, though.
He didn't want to smile for the camera for some reason.
That's his style.
Yeah, he's too cool for that.
So they took the blood and they put it into the blood red on the board, so like the paint color.
Yep.
So it's all mixed in with it, so there's a tiny bit of blood in every board.
And they say that makes it an entirely unique shade of red because it's the only red is on these skateboards, the only red that includes Tony Hawk's blood. So there you go. You can skate on a little piece of Tony Hawk every single time. Or more likely, you can hang a little piece of Tony Hawk in your collector's room or whatever for your skateboard collection.
It's a nice light art with it too. It's an executioner character holding a hawk skull, so it's fine. There's only 100 of them made, and they
he only has so much blood.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Well, that makes it limited, and if something's limited, everybody wants it. So the Tony Hawk Liquid Death collab skateboard will be $500, 100 made. It's a limited edition release. A portion of the proceeds will go towards anti-plastic nonprofit organizations and Tony Hawk's skateboard project.
Oh, there you go. So it's all for a good cause.
Yeah, because Liquid Death works on not having plastic for water, instead using...
And making their water taste metallic in my mind.
But instead, you should be liking that more than the plastic taste.
I should.
Yeah.
They also say, I like that they ensured that there's a piece of Tony's DNA in every board. And that just makes me think, what if somebody wants to get one of these and use it to make a clone of Tony Hawk? Oh no.
I think that'd be a lot of work.
That would.
And if someone could manage to do that, then more power to them.
If you're making a clone of anybody, although Tony Hawk is a really famous skateboarder, that'd be a weird person to choose, wouldn't it? I mean, I don't know who you would choose to clone, but why Tony Hawk out of everyone?
Why not? If you were a fan, you were buying the board anyways.
Yeah, there you go. So it's out there now for you, but get it fast if you can even get to it in time.
If you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. The Riot, Radio U.
The next time you catch a lift, as in like Lyft, like Lyft.
Like Uber,
app.
but Lyft.
Yeah, but not Uber. And they really hate that you even had to bring up Uber.
Well, they're just more known still.
Yeah. So next time you catch a Lyft, if you're in a certain city, you might be getting quite the surprise, quite the ride you'll be hitching there, because you might be getting the Wienermobile to pick you up.
Oh, the Oscar Mayer Wienermobile?
Uh-huh.
Oh, that would be embarrassing. I could do that. Especially if you really needed like an urgent ride.
Right. I feel that
to like something important.
I don't know what the top speed of the Wienermobile is, but it's certainly not very maneuverable, and it doesn't feel like it would be very good on the highway either.
Oh, no, they drive it normal.
They do, you think?
Yeah, it goes on the highway.
It seems to me that it just wouldn't be if you were in a rush, like you're trying to get to work, and the Wienermobile shows up to pick you up. I feel like
I would pass.
You're thinking, I'll take the next train.
Yeah, you're like, I'll go ahead and get the next one. And then I think it's a free ride, but I'll be like, no, I'll pay.
Yeah.
Just send me something else. It's in New York, Chicago, Los Angeles, and Atlanta. If you request a pickup by a Lyft, the extra large ones, you have a chance of being chosen to get the Oscar Mayer Wienermobile hot dog ride
vehicle.
And they might pick you up in that.
Yeah, and I guess the drivers that are going to be driving it, they are just regular Lyft drivers. I mean, they're going to be 5-star rated, it says.
Oh, so it's not like the intern.
No, it's
people
just
who win the chance to drive it.
It's somebody who already normally drives for Lyft, and they, I guess, won't even know until that they are selected.
Until they're chosen.
So what if they aren't familiar with how to drive a Wienermobile? Again, it feels like it would be a big adjustment. You know, my car isn't the biggest car in the world, but it is a Jeep SUV. It's pretty big. But when I have to transition to the Radio U Yukon that we have,
it's
or
longer.
When we used to have the even bigger Radio U van, that was a big adjustment to make. So I feel that the Wienermobile, if you're used to driving a Honda Civic,
would be
might be a little different.
Dude, I'd love it. You're like, yes, I hit you with the hot dog car. So that's all right. You also get free shirts. They have lights in there, hot dog masks, the weenie whistles, and you get
and
to
actual
say,
hot dogs, I hope.
No, I don't think they do that
Are you
anymore.
serious?
No.
You get a ride in the Wienermobile. You're not going to give me a hot dog out of the
you
deal.
can't grill and drive. What are you doing?
It's just probably on the roller.
No.
I guess it might roll right off if you go around a corner.
It does. And then you crash. That's a liability.
It's a waste of a hot dog, too.
So that's not in most areas.
Yeah, it's only in a few cities. What is it? New York, Chicago, Los Angeles, and Atlanta. Unlikely that it'll be you, but it's a possibility.
I get embarrassed so easily. I would turn around and walk away.
You would?
I wouldn't even go.
Why would that embarrass you?
I'm not riding in the Oscar Mayer Wienermobile to go take a ride
Why
somewhere.
not?
I don't want to.
It could be fun.
Then you take my spot. I'll be like, listen, you go over and pick up
I know
Hudson.
a guy that loves
Loves
wieners.
this. He eats hot dogs every day.
Yep, he'll be perfect for this. Although I haven't had Oscar Mayer in a while.
Just go get him and leave me alone.
The Riot promise is that they'll always have an opinion on everything they talk about. But that doesn't mean any of their opinions will make sense. This is The Riot on Radio U.
Remember how you could get a free Krispy Kreme donut every day if you got the COVID-19 vaccine?
So that was it's supposed to go through the end of the year.
I think it is, yeah.
I just don't hear about it too often, so I don't know if people are actively, or is anybody still going every day who's vaccinated?
That feels like it has to be a small minority of people. Although, I guess it's one of those things where if you are going to Krispy Kreme anyways, why would you not just show your vaccination card, right?
Yeah, but they always say 30 days to develop a addiction and get off of an addiction.
Yeah.
So I feel like to give so many months till the end of the year of a free donut a day. I mean, your New Year's resolution is pretty obvious what it's going to be. It's going to be getting off the donuts.
Yes, that is for sure. That is for sure.
That Krispy Kreme has given away more than 2.5 million donuts through their promotion.
That doesn't feel like that many, does it?
I don't know, compared to how many people per donut per day. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. But, they're trying to give away even more.
That means they didn't get through enough. They have enough. They have more to spare.
Yeah, so starting on August 30th, which don't even ask me what day of the week that is next week. I have no idea.
It's next Monday.
Okay, so starting Monday, they are giving anyone with vaccination proof 2 free donuts every day. So you can do it all week until September 5th. And
so that one does not go till the end of the year.
No, it does not. It's just for the week. But what I don't know is that 2 in addition to the one you already could get, so you can get 3?
Oh.
Or is it just this is a second donut you can get in addition to the first?
You know what? You could make a scene and you could get those 3 donuts.
I demand my 3 donuts. I was promised when I got my vaccine that I would get 3 donuts every day for a week. And that is what I intend to get.
Give it to me now. I don't know. I took it as now you get a total of 2 donuts, but I'm not sure.
Well,
Krispy
that's
Kreme
probably
is
the
not
reasonable
saying.
way to look at it. And if you think about it, if you're really committed, if you want free Krispy Kreme so bad, just get your 2 at one location, find another one, drive on and go down there and get another.
You go the first one, you're like, hey, can I have my 2 free donuts? But I'd like a box that fills a dozen and it'll just be empty. And then you just go to each Krispy Kreme place and put them in.
I wouldn't put that past people on TikTok, would you?
Not at all. Actually, that seems kind of fun.
There wasn't that guy that, whatever McDonald's, Burger King, Wendy's, somewhere was giving away free nuggets and they just went around and got so many nuggets.
You go from place to place. They won't know. They'll have no idea.
No, the different locations don't talk to each other.
Well, I mean, if they look in the car and see.
Yeah, then that would be a giveaway.
Your Krispy Kreme box, but they probably can't say anything. So the 2 donuts from Krispy Kreme is till, September 5th?
Yes.
And
August 30th. It starts
Monday.
September 5th is when it ends. I'm assuming that's Friday or Sunday, maybe. I don't know how.
Let me go back to the calendar again.
Yeah, can you open
September
that
5th,
up?
That's a Sunday.
Okay, so it's a whole entire week, 7 full days. There you go. Free Krispy Kreme. Doubling up.
This is the Worst of the Riot podcast.
if you were thinking you might want to move to the moon, Dennis Hope was the guy you wanted to talk to.
Was he your man?
He was your man. He has been selling land on the moon for the last 35 years.
How's that possible? We don't sell space on the moon.
Well, it's not exactly.
Wink, wink. Oh, I see. Is it like the same thing where they sell you the star, with your name on it?
Right. And who actually is adhering to that, your property, your little deed to the star? Well, who's going to adhere to your deed to moon property from Dennis Hope? He claims he is the rightful owner of the moon.
Oh, it even got worse there with that.
I don't know where he got that from, but as soon as you see that, you should go, I don't think I can buy moon property from him.
This can't be real. They say he's already made more than $10 million by selling land on the moon. That cannot be right.
Well,
that has to be. That's not. This is fake.
I don't know.
This is fake. It can't be.
Well, they're fact checking it, and let's see. In 2013, he uncovered what he believed to be a loophole in the 1967 Outer Space Treaty. That said, that was before the United States has actually reached the moon. But that was during the space race. The countries came up with this where it says no nation by appropriation shall have sovereignty or control over any of the satellite bodies. So he says he found a loophole that he says that means private citizens could lay claim to the moon.
Oh, like an individual could still do it?
So in the 1980s, he wrote to the United Nations and declared the moon was his. And since he declared ownership of it, even though he'd never even been there, he says now he can start selling it off, right? It belongs to him in his mind.
This is odd.
So he's been selling it off all this time. And, now the USA Today finally, after 35 years, getting around to fact checking him.
He says he sold more than 600 million acres of land on the moon.
Oh, wow.
And land on Jupiter's third moon and Mars, Venus, and Mercury.
Wow. People are just willing to buy up property on anything.
Apparently.
Well, it's going like fast here on Earth, so maybe you can get a deal.
Maybe it's like how we buy different variations of Bitcoin, cryptocurrency.
Yeah, and it's not exactly real, but maybe it'll appreciate in value one day.
And just in case, it's like spread the money out.
Yeah, it's your lottery ticket. Maybe one day your moon deed, your ticket comes in,
we'll
and all
bring
of a
you
sudden,
some money.
All of a sudden, you're living large on the moon.
This guy does not seem real.
You've made it all the way to the end of the Worst of the Riot. This show only exists because of support from listeners like you. Find out more and help out at radiou.com/donate.